So there are a bunch of ways your favorite producers can make money from beats in today's music scene, and today we're going to cover some of those methods, starting off with how new young producers can get paid. Now these guys definitely have their work cut out for them and require a strike of luck from the producer gods, as this isn't an easy industry to break into. First, we're going to look at the popular website called BeatStars. BeatStars has served producers since 2008 as a way for them to make money by selling their beats online. Producers such as Swisher Beats and Young Keo, the guy who made the beat for Old Town Road, both started off by selling beats on BeatStar as independent producers, and have since gone on to work with big rappers in the industry. Swisher Beats in particular saw a lot of success from BeatStar, as he had one Kanye type beat generate up to $60,000 in sales.
So that beat made, I think it's coming up on 60,000.
60,000.
Yeah.
On one beat.
One beat.
This one we're about to hear.
That I made in 30 minutes.
It's a Kanye
on my
West,
laptop.
Kanye West beat, right?
Yeah.
60,000 in sales for a $20 beat meant 3,000 different people would have bought that beat and potentially make songs using it, and get Swisher Beats more recognition in the industry. The next method we're going to look at is networking with local rappers in your area. This method, not gonna lie, is probably the least impactful for trying to grow your network on a wide scale, as you would probably be better off focusing on growing your social media profiles. However, this is still important for finding your sound and developing genuine relationships with like-minded people. And who knows, you could even pioneer your own style of beats, like how producers from Atlanta in the early 2000s created trap beats, from which we'd hear the likes of Gucci Mane and T.I. rap over and popularize, or even how the influence of Chicago drill on the UK music scene in 2016, inspiring heaps of UK rappers to get their start in the rap game by making UK drill, as did producer Kans Hill when he helped create the viral UK drill song Red Rum Reverse.
I remember R6 released a song. The song's actually going off, it's going crazy. I remember actually, before we made the song, I called R6, it was on the block, and I was like, yo, what you doing? I said, oh, chilling. I said, yeah, just go studio.
The last method for lesser known producers we're going to look at is the type beat method. Type beats are great for marketing purposes, as it uses the fame and notoriety of another rapper or producer to draw traffic to your beats. Certain rappers are also known for searching up type beats made for them and contacting those producers for more beats. More on marketing, producers on BeatStars can create type beat channels as a funnel for selling beats on BeatStars, as a beat with more views on YouTube has a higher chance of selling more on BeatStars. Creating a niche for the type beats you create could also be a great marketing play, as you could make type beats for more underground rappers in which many producers may not be currently creating type beats for, separating you from the rest of the competition. Alright, now we're going to move on to a more advanced method called getting placements. A placement in this context refers to working with a big rapper that has signed to or has connections with a major label. This method can be drawn upon the previous methods discussed, as major labels may want to work with you based off your BeatStars page or type beat channel, for example, but this requires a fair bit of luck, and by fair bit I mean a lot. For example, Metro Booming moved to Atlanta from St. Louis in 2011 to attend college for business management, and while making beats at the same time, he had happened to run into Future early on in his career and landed his first major placement with a song called Karate Chop, which then set the foundation for over a decade of hits with Future and becoming the most recognized producer in today's day and age. So from that example, we can see how important it is for producers to get placements, as it can generate a lot more attention towards a producer. However, you still want to be careful to not fall short when it comes with working with major labels, as it's quite common for producers in the industry to get screwed over by a major label due to not having a legal team or not understanding the contracts in place, leading to them never getting paid. This has been seen through producers suing Birdman's label Cash Money, and even producers that worked on Travis Scott's Utopia claiming to not have been paid anything 6 months after the album's release. Now, before I wrap up, I want to discuss the actual amount producers get paid in the context of working with a major label. When an artist drops a song, there are two revenue streams from which the producer can generate income from, one being from the master and the second being from publishing. Note, in this example, we'll only look at the revenue generated from streams. The master consists of approximately 65% of the revenue generated from streams, while the publishing gets 15%, leaving 30% for the streaming platform. So using Sicko Mode as an example, which currently has 2.2 billion streams, this means that it has generated $7.8 million total, minus the 30% streaming platforms take, and we're left with 5.5 mil. Now producers usually get 1 to 5% of the revenue generated from the master, with the amount they get essentially depending on how much clout they have. Since Sicko Mode was a big song, we'll give the producers the benefit of the doubt and say they got the full 5%, leaving them with $180,000 from the master. Now, producers usually get a bigger cut from publishing, as publishing refers to the people that actually worked on creating the song. Producers usually get 50%, so 15% of 5.5 mil, and then 50% of that comes out to be $410,000. This totals to $587,000 for the producer of Sicko Mode, which you might think is alright, until you find out that there were actually 6 producers that worked on the song, and there are 30 credited writers, due to sampling apparently. So if we factor all of that in, each producer only ends up with about $43,000. And yes, so producers need to be mindful of how much work they put in compared to other entities, as it is all based off percentages and they don't want to lose out over that fact. And so yeah, that's a general overview of how rap producers can get paid. Let me know if you learnt something new, or if you think rap producers should be getting paid more, especially in today's day and age where mainstream rap songs are heavily reliant on catchy melodies that ultimately come from the producer.